तराय नमः। वक्रतुंड महाकाय कोटि सूर्य समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. With the blessing of Lord Guru, let us start third day of fifth national webinar. Good morning, one and all. Myself, Dr. Shruti Givari, Assistant Professor, Department of Shalakya-Tantra, Gramin Ayurvedic Medical College, Terda, welcomes you all for third day of fifth national webinar on Vishachikitsa Parva 2020 on behalf of management, principal sir, teaching staff, non-teaching staff, hospital staff, students of Shri Bahubali Vidyapits Jina Senacharya Vidya Mandals, Gramin Ayurvedic Medical College, Terda, Bagalkot district, Karnataka, India. Prayer is considered to be an integral part of our Indian tradition. The chanting of mantra is most popular form of peace and harmony. So let us start today's session with praying the Lord Dhanvantari. I would like to call our teaching staff and students for the prayer.
सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति.
Thank you all for the prayer. Now I would like to request Dr. Sachin Javli sir for the welcome speech.
One and all, myself Dr. Sachin Javli, Assistant Professor, Department of Agatantra, Gramin Ayurvedic Medical College, Terda. It's my immense pleasure to welcome you all for third day of fifth national webinar on Vishachikitsa 2020 on behalf of our management, principal, teaching staff, non-teaching staff, hospital staff, and students of Gramin Ayurvedic Medical College, Terda. I would like to welcome our patrons of this seminar and management team of our college, Shri D.C. Patil sir, Chairman, Gramin Ayurvedic Medical College, Terda, Dr. J.B. Algur sir, Secretary, Gramin Ayurvedic Medical College, Terda, and Shri Nilesh Desai sir, Treasurer, Gramin Ayurvedic Medical College, Terda. Next, I would like to welcome our beloved Principal sir and President of this webinar, Dr. L.M. Biradar sir, Gramin Ayurvedic Medical College, Terda. Welcome you, sir. I would like to welcome the Organizing Secretary of this webinar, Dr. Shivleela Raju Madam, Associate Professor and HOD, Department of Agatantra, Gramin Ayurvedic Medical College, Terda. Now I would like to welcome our today's guest speakers of this webinar, Dr. Nitin B. Patil sir, Associate Professor, Department of Agatantra, Mai Bhago, Ayurvedic Medical College, Muktasar, Punjab. Dr. Shivanand Kalsanwar sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Agatantra, Government Ayurvedic Medical College, Mysuru, Karnataka. It's my duty to welcome our teaching staff, non-teaching staff, hospital staff, and the students of Gramin Ayurvedic Medical College, Terda. I would like to welcome all the media persons, registered participants, faculty members, practitioners, UG students, and PG scholars of different colleges across the country. Welcome one and all.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request our patrons, president and organizing secretary of this webinar for watering the plant. Thank you one and all for watering the plant. With this, let us start the today's sessions. The first session is by Dr. Nitin B. Patil sir on the topic application of Agada Tantra in clinical practice. To introduce our today's first speaker, Dr. Nitin B. Patil sir, I request Dr. Sachin Javadi sir to introduce Dr. Nitin B. Patil sir to all.
Thank you, madam. Dr. Nitin B. Patil sir is born on 19th May 1982. Sir has completed PG degree in Agatantra from KLE Academy of Higher Education Researches, Shri B.M. Kankanwadi Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya, Belgavi, Karnataka in 2013. Sir has total 7 years of teaching experience. At present, sir is working as Associate Professor in the Department of Agatantra in Mai Bhago Ayurvedic Medical College, Muktasar, Punjab. Sir has published many articles in different national and international journals. Sir has given guest lectures and was the resource person in many seminars at state, national, and international level, and also presented papers. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation as a guest speaker in this webinar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We will start the first session by Dr. Nitin B. Patil, sir. Over to you, sir, from JMC Studio. Sir, screen is visible, sir.
Okay, madam. Thank you, madam. Om Gurubhyo Namah. Good morning to all and welcome in today's webinar. First of all, I would like to thank organizers, management committee of JMC Ayurvedic Medical College, Terda for giving me opportunity to express my opinions or words regarding application of Agatantra in clinic practice. Already since 2 days, we are seeing speakers are talking from the basics of Agatantra in various aspects. And yesterday we seen 2 legends who expressed their clinical practice in Visha directly in Visha cases. And today we are going to see application of Agatantra in clinical practice, or rather I can say application of Agadas or various Agadas in our day-to-day practice. So what is Agatantra? As we are discussing in the branch, at least we have to understand, or we can remember once again or remind once again what is the definition or basic definition of Agatantra. Agatantra
Excuse me, sir.
Hello?
Sir, can you please start the slideshow, sir? Enlarge the slides, sir.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So definition goes like this: Agatantra nama sarpa kita luta mushikati dashta vishyavanjanartha vividha visha sanyoge upashamnartham cha. So Sushrutacharya said Agatantra is the branch which deals with various jangam vishadravyas when it make dangsta to the body. Example like sarpa, kita, luta, etc. Vishyavanjanartha. Here Vanjana means food or food particles or various dishes. Earlier or in olden days, it is the only way to make to poisonous ahar sampraktva. Then bhuta, badita, etc. are coming under that condition. So in Visha Chikitsa, or like what kind of presentations coming in our OPD? Mainly with the Vrishchika and Luta, and this kind of conditions are coming where we can start immediately, where pain, swelling and shula is more. There we can start Bilvadiagada with adjuvant kashayas like Paturania and Patulmuladi kashayas, along with different varieties of parishekas like Lotra Sevadya, Shigru Punarnavadi parishekas, which is very useful. Mainly in clinical practice or day-to-day practice, the patient comes with ajirnas. Ajirnas, again, ajirna adeshanas, grahani dushana. So Charakacharya said, grahani dushan, that much big problem, simple our ajirna can create. So ajirna can be treated, or in conditions of various conditions of ajirna, we can apply Bilvadiagada. Case of polylistasis came in last month to me. She is a patient of diabetic and hypertensive since more than 5 years, and recently since 6 months he developed chardi, like rullasa chardi type of symptoms, as well as the daha. And when they consulted doctor, he advised for sonography, and during the sonography they found that there is a multiple calculi in the like multiple gallstones found in the gallbladder, and said is unsymptomatic, don't do anything, otherwise go for surgery, there is no remedy for this. And then they came to me, and we are treating them with Bilvadiagada, as I consider this again with the Viruddha Haras due to their histories, along with medications which it is going on excessively for their diabetes as well as hypertension. And along with Bilvadiagada, Rohita Karishta, along combination with Chetsarishta and Goruchnadi Gulika is going on. After she completed already 1 month of course, and she since after taking the medication, she has not yet developed Rulasa and Chardi. But we are waiting to change the medications, and again introducing the Dushvishara Agada with some other Asavaristas and Gorushna de Gulikas, etc. And after 3 months, we are going for follow-up for this one. Apart from this, other Visuchika and various GI as well as various infections which are related with our metabolic or digestive disorders or metabolisms. So as we know, various time due to the Viruddha Haras or immediately due to some type of Sanyoga Viruddha Haras, acute clinical representations comes, especially when the patients are combining food like dadi with some fruits or dadi with lavanas accidentally or unknowingly, or the combination they don't know, or various masya etc. dishes along with the salads which are poured with various milk or milk related products, then it will be causes various immediate impact like Shitapita, Udarda Kota, etc. things. In that avastha, first we can go ahead with the Bilvadiagada, and then we can treat it with the other Shamnapshitas. Bhuta. So when it is coming with the Bhuta, we can consider it is either bacterial, fungal, viral, various kind of origin we can consider under the Bhuta, and we can treat it with this type of treatment. One patient with the Unmada comes, actually he is not, he had some head injuries, and after that he is producing seizures. So we applied Bilvadia Agada on forehead as well as Nasya, and during that episode he got relief. Only that is the evidence I got with this in case of that Unma. Apart from that, Jwara is a Sarva Vyadya. In any diseases, Jwara is Ado and Jwara is Anta. So either it may be with the Visha origin, either it is Na Visha kind of other type of symptoms and etc. Jwara always present in the patient's body. So when Jwara patient is coming to Ampachana etc. Bilvadi we are giving, especially when Jwara is with the vector bonds, like various cases like malaria, dengue. Before this pandemic, dengue was the pandemic, and now dengue is nowhere. Dengue coming with the various other complications and etc. There we are using Bilvadia Agada with either Dakshari Kashai, Bilvadia Agada with Amrutotharan Kashai, or simple Bilvadia Agada with various type of Aushadhyukta panas like Shunti Dhanyak Pana or Jirak Udukam, etc., which gives a better relief with that. But we have to give more, and we have to observe them along with the various kind of temperature and etc. things. So here we are coming with the completed vector bond disease. Gara. So Gara itself is again Gara and Dushivisha. The next presenter is going with this Gara and Dushivisha only. So I'm not directly going here with Garavisha and Dushivisha, but I will just mention that Bilvadia Gara is specifically indicated in Garavisha. So whenever you are having any lakshanas or any symptoms or any doubts regarding garas like Ten Pandu Kushalpanika, Swasa Jorardita, Vaino Pratilomena, Swapna Chinta Parayanam. From that, wherever you feel that there is chances like in Udar Rogas, like Grahani, like Dushtavanazan, etc., we can apply Bilvadia Gara there with various conditions. Coming to the last, Kaivisha. Kaivisha is a specific type of lakshana or indication practice in Kerala. Kaivisha is nothing but the visha which is giving with the hand or which is supply through the food with the mainly two intentions. One is with the vaira and second is with the vashikarana. So here a lot of patients are coming with the idiopathic conditions where we can't get the proper result and they are not in chitta utsada. So their avsada is there, chitta avsada is there. Then in this type of condition, we can use Bilwadi Agada. One more form of Bilwadi Agada is available, that is called as Vishvilwadi Gulika. So three ingredients more added in that, that is Ishwari Mula, then Nili and Patha. And it is also to enhance the property of Bilwadi Gulika. So wherever any poisonous case came, immediately, if you are not known immediately without giving the time, you can introduce Vishvilwadi Gulika to that patient, because we are at least get the time to break the pathogenesis, or like the Shugunan with the Visha breakdown can be possible with the Vishvilwadi Gulika. So later on we can decide either it is going for Savisha Agadas or Nirvisha Agadas, or the condition, which kind of vishayas are, etc. Things are there. We can first introduce with Vishvilwadi Gulika. Second agad is Dashanga agad. Vachaingu Vidangani Saindavam Gajapipali Pata Prativisham Yusham Kashyapena Vinirvitam. Dashangam Agadam Pitvam Sarvakita Visham Jay. So it is again one of the important agada which is explained in Kitavisha Adhikara. It is more potent than Bilwadi, potencified in the like Rasapanchaka or Tikshnata, and that's why it is more useful in Shula or Vedana rather than Bilwadi Agada. So that's why whenever we seen it, Kita and Luta, etc. presentations, especially Vrishchik Damsha and etc., their shula is more comparatively with the other systemic involvement. The Damshasthana and related parts are getting various shula, daha, and Visarpavat Pida or other symptoms like vesicles and etc. There we can use the Dashanga Gada along with various applications. Like in Vrishchik, there are a lot of applications are there, and which is very simple, and we can do it on our OPD basis treatment. Like Lavanayukta, Sarpir, Gruta Saindav Dhara, that is just a combination of Saindav Lavana along with Gruta, and we can apply lukewarm, like portionless, not shita, not too hot. That in consistency we can do the session more time up to getting the relief from the pain. Second is Sinchet Poshna Arnala Sakshira Lavana. Kshir mixed with the Arnala and Lavana, which is very much applicable for various kind of Vrishchik Damsha Shula. This Arnala and Sarpi Lavana combination, it is very good in the cases of Amvata or the cases where post-viral arthralgia is the symptom. We've seen a lot of patients after during these monsoons or in previous years also, that after during chikungunya or post-viral, when the origin is with the vector-borne diseases, and the patient either starting with the skin diseases or the patient are coming with the manifestation of arthritis and etc. Where if we are going with the routine investigations of gout or rheumatoid arthritis or CRPs, ANAs, etc., they are not that much raised, but ESR are raised and other symptoms are raised like pain, gatra, daha, etc. In that condition, we can definitely go for this type of Seika or application. One more application is there, that is Arkapatra Svedam. So Arkapatra making tie into the bundle and cut it and prepare to potli like type of things. And on pan, we can mix Gruta with Saindava, and we can make hot that Arkapatra, and we can first check it out on one other hand about the consistency or heat, and then we can apply to the patient, and it is helping in reduce the pain as well as to reduce the vishaktada of that patient. This is the applications. Along with the Dashangagada, we can give Payat Dadik Sarpi. So we can give Sarpi with a Sharkara or Sarpi with a Dadi in these patients. So that may reduce the, it may give Bala also and maintain Oj also and reduces the pain also. In this context only, Shirsha Agada is mentioned. Shirsha Agada, two different varieties of Agadas are there. One is with the Arka Kshir Bhavita Shirisha, and this Shirsha Agada is a Panchang of Shirisha, which is mixed with Trikatu and given with the Lavana and Madhu. So this where Agada is not available in the market, but generally we practicing this Shirsha Agada in various kind of allergens. So post bites or Vruchika or that Damsha, when there are various skin manifestations or allergies or conditions like Kasaswasan, etc., their Shirsha Gada along with other Aswaristas or Kashayas we can use. Duchivichari Agada. It is again one of the important Agada as it is indicated in Dushivisha, and main indication or what do you say, Acharya has given us permission that Payat Agadam Nityamimam. So Shushrutacharya, while explaining the Dushvishari Agada, he allows us or he gives us idea that we can use it Nityamimam. Even in the case of Hrudaya Avrana, along with various other Ghrutas and etc., in Tikakara, Dalana says that we can use Dushvishari Agada as a to protect the Hrudaya. So that much importance is given in various Vegas also. If nothing is available, we can use Dushvishari Agada. So Shushrutacharya in Dallan commentaries and etc., that much importance is given for Dushvishari Agada. Dushvishari Agada, we are having two references. One is in the Shushrut Samhita Kalpasthana and other is in the Ashtanga Udartan, the 35th chapter. Practically, right now, what is available in the market is with Ashtangrudeva, but formulation is available. Only there is two different in the ingredients, rest of the same. Piplo Dhyamakamansi, Rodramela Suvarchika, Kutam Natum, Natam Kushtam, Yasti Chandana Gairikam. So 10 drugs are given, 12 drugs, along with same preparation methodology like we adopted in Bilwadi Agada, we have to adapt here. And it is given especially not only in the Vishakta condition, apart from that, Anyatrapi Varye. So we can use it everywhere, this Agada, especially in Dushivishi conditions. So Dushivishi is what? Nothing with which is Jirna Hata or Davagni, etc. or residual toxicity. So the Visha, Jangam Stavar or Garavisha, which is not evacuated properly or expelled out properly from the body and remain, and which causes Chirkaracha, means after so many times, it is a chronic, sir, not acute condition, it is chronic condition. And when there is a history of this, we can definitely use Dushvishari Agada. Apart from that, there are various other clinical indications are also. How we can give Dadna Dushvisharicha Peyo va Madhu Sanyuktam. In specific Dushvishari Agada condition, Dushivisha condition, we can give with the Dadi or Madhu Sanyuktam. Any one of that we can use it. What are the other conditions? So when there is a Pragvat, Ajirna, Shita, Divasopna, Ahitashana, etc., things are done by the person, and because of that seven regular exposure to this kind of things, these things are situated or deposited in tissues, and whenever there is Deshakala, Dushitam Deshakala Anna Divasopna Bhikshna, means more exposure to such kind of things by that person who is affected with the Dushivisha or whose residual toxicity is like that, then there is a presentation of with the other conditions like from Ajirna to Shapet Shukram or psychological different condition like Vilun Hastapakshana, etc. Like Amashagat Kafwatarogi and Pakwashayagata Anil Pittarogi, like that of presentation is given by the patient. So when it comes with the Amashay Kapwatarogi and Pakwashay Anil Pittarogi, it is covered almost all the GI tract. And when it is coming with that, we can mainly concentrate on all allergen type of conditions. So whenever the patient comes with Udar Dakat, like Shita Pitta, etc. things, we can apply Dushivishari Agada. So presenting representing with the Shita Pitta, we can generally given the combination of Dushivishari Agada along with Haridra Khanda and any kind of like Manibhadra Gulam or Manibhadra Churnam or kind of Virachana yoga like Patal Muladi or Patal Katruno Inyati Kashaya, depending upon the condition also. Even Nishotamadi Kashayam also we can apply in this type of conditions. Okay. Apart from that, where we can use Dushvishari Agada. So there is a allopathy doctor who is actually PG scholar of MD pathology, and he used to do lab works too much, and he is having a rotating duty in Mirrors Medical College. And he once approached to me that since 2 years he is on only levocetirizine tablet because of his frequent getting sneezing as well as the urticaria whenever he visit to the lab. So in this, I consider that due to the lab reagents or etc. or exposure to the fumes and etc. or working continuously with the various samples and etc. there are chances to get this type of exposed to the Vishakta condition. And then we started with the Dushi line of treatment. Along with that, he is having the work pressure also. So we introduced the Panchakarma also like Shirudhara. But main concentration we given on the Dushvishari Agada along with Haridra Khanda and Shirsha Vishta, and we got very good relief. That he told me that after 7 days of Dhara, like IPD treatment, that this was the first time in 2 years that I never for 7 days consistently I not used levocetirizine in my life. So that is the remark from an allopathy who is working in the pathology lab, and given that there is a that shows how potent our Dushivishari is than the levocetirizine or other antihistaminic drugs. So that we can use in various kind of disorders. Coming to the Murvadi Agada, Murva Amruta Natam Kana Patoli Cheve Chitrakan Vachamustavidangani Takrakam Ushna Ambu Mastubihi Pibet Rasena Va Amlena Garopahata Pavakaha. So Murvadi Agada is one of the Agada again explained in Kitavisha only, and at the end it is mainly indicated as a Upadrava Chikitsa or the one of the condition in which patient is having hampered with the digestive fire. Garopahata Pavaka. In that condition, we can use Murvadi Agada. How? There are a lot of anupanas are given. Takra, Ushna Jala, then Dadi Mustur, like watery part of Dadi, and Amla Rasanma. So depending upon the conditions, we can use to enhance the metabolic disorders or to enhance the conditions of the or to make the stronger metabolism rate. We can use Murvadi Agada in various cases. So even our one of junior Dr. Harish took this thesis, and he is right now working on cancer patient also. Even our Dr. Santosh is also working on various conditions, and they are successful taking various updravas of cancer patients with Murvadi Agada. So yeah, that is a very commendable. So when it is affected digestive fire, so Grahini Doshna, we can consider it as applicable to restore Agni. So you can just imagine Dushivisha, Garavisha and various other Vishakta condition. So whatever the symptoms are there, they are starting with the Ajirnath, Agni Mandya, etc., etc., etc. So whenever you are doing treatment, along with that, you can use Murvadi Agada. Even patient who is suffering with Dushivisha or this type of problems, another complication is getting, they are having problem with the skin application or skin pollution. There we can apply Harinwadi Lepa. So this is the one kind of traditional lepa, or like in Kerala Vishchikisa we can use it. Like Harinu is Nirgundi, Chandana, Shama, Nalada. So combination of this lepa in the complication of Dushi Vishajanya skin disorders, we can apply this, and we can get the result of this. This is especially mentioned by Yogaratnagara. Punarnavadi Lepam. This is the best in condition where Shofa is there and various kind of Kita Visha conditions are there. Shigru Punarnava Haridra Vacha Chandana Patha Ishwari Mule Yashti Shirisha and Gokshura. This is again preparation from the Vishichikisas of Keralian text, and there we can use it very properly for reducing Shofa, Shula, as well as to reduce the oozing also. So when we are applying these agadas in clinical practice or day-to-day practice, like Bilwadi, Dashanga, Murwadi, and Dushi Vishari, etc. things, along with that kashayas, there are adjoining other kashayas are there, which are not considered as agadas, but when we see the Falashruti, we will get the results like this. So maximum time we are giving Patal Kotrani and Patal Muladi kashaya. That is called as a Patal Dio. So Patal Muladi is stronger when we want excessive purgation, like excessive in the sense we need really good purgation, but not like Virichana. Then that we can give with the Patal Muladi, which is explained in Kushtadikara, and it is Shadratrika Kashaya. Like we can give it is only for 7 days. And like one bottle of 200 ml is sufficient, which is last for 6 or 7 days only. 15 ml BD if we are giving with the warm water along with this adjuvant agadas, then it will last for 7 days. And within that time, patient get results from 3rd to 4th day only. When it comes to Patal Kotrani Kashaya, the Falshruti itself says Kapha-Pitta Kushta Jvaran Visham. So though it is not an agada preparation, but still it is helping in Visha. Apart from Visha, like Vishagnata, it is having other like usefulness, which is either Upadravas or main complaints of in the Visha conditions like Arvami, Aruchaka, like Kapha-Pitta aggravations like Kushta and Jwara and etc. things. So Patal Kotrani Kashayan will be the maximum time repeatedly we are using in various conditions like allergic manifestations and skin disorders, or as well as the routine ajanazan etc. also, to break down or to do Bhedana or to reduce the kapha and pitta inside the body, like oozing and other type of things where Kandu Srava is more. In that condition, we can use it. Next, Aragvadari Kashaya. This is the Shodhanadi Kashaya in Ashtanga 15th chapter. Kushta Visha Jwaran Kafam Dushtavrana Vishwadana. So when Dashangagada is using for the necrotic type of conditions or necrosis type of conditions or ulcers, varicose ulcers, along with Dashangagada, we are giving Aragvadadi Kashaya or Nimbadi Gulika and Kaishura Gulikas. So varicose vein in the 1st and 2nd degree, we are very much able to treat it with Jalaka Ucharana followed by immediate or Siraveda. If possible, Siravedan is the best treatment. Along with that, if we are applying Dashangagada, it is giving very good result with the Dashangagada and Aragvada. Eladigana. Eladigana is not available. It is not given in the form of kashaya, but it is prepared in the form of taila. So it is again 2 varieties of taila is available. One is coconut base and one is tila taila base. Coconut base generally we are applying for palmoplantar psoriasis, etc., or scalp psoriasis or atopic dermatitis and etc. things, even for children and etc. Whereas that coconut oil itself is applied urdhvajatru, means above the neck region. As the Falshruti goes, it is a varna prasadana. So nowadays the pharmacies are coming with the cream of Eladi Gana. So it is very much good for applying for the acne, like mukhadushikas or other kind of mukhallergies, like the person who is exposed to sun and getting the allergen of that, or cosmetic allergies or various kind of things that we can apply. This we are successfully treating various cases with allergens, especially with the daily routine coloring allergies. We are using Eladigana, tail or cream. So these are the supporting kashayas or tailas or yogas which are helping for our agadas, nirvisha agadas. Apart from that, there are various references in Sanhitas which are not much practiced, but they are very easy to practice. One of like that in Ashtanga Sangrah mentioned that Haridra Antarbhahi Shastam Vishad Aturuparam. So Haridra, it is generally easily available drug but yes, we have to take precaution with the adulteration and coloring agents and etc. But if you are getting genuine and which is very easy for us also, and if we are getting that Haridra, then we can use it successfully in treating various cases. Haridra is used as a dhuma. Haridra is used as a varti in various conditions like Dushtavanas, especially along with the Dushvishari Agada to enhance the property. We can mix with the Haridra, Guduchi, and etc. And we can give in the various allergic manifestations, and that will be useful for allergy as well as skin diseases. So, Ekmulika or other drugs which are shown important results in Vishakta condition when they use as a Ekmulik Prayoga. Haritaki itself, when in the Phalashruti it says that it is Garokobham. So it is very directly mentioned that Haritaki is useful in Garaja Vyadis or Garavastha or Garavisha. So Haritaki we can use directly in the Garad. Guduchi. Guduchi itself is a autoimmuno booster and it is used generally we are making Guduchi and Suvarna Sukshma powder like churna, and we are using whenever we need to give to enhance autoimmuno of any person, to increase their immunity or etc., or to have post treatments. So, suppose the patient come with the immediate impact of any Vishak condition or like type of Dushvisha and Garavisha, and after treatment of Agadas and etc., after complete remissions or complete relief of any complaints. So for 1 month or 2 months or for some days, we are giving Guduchi along with Suvarna combinations, which will take further precautions. As Suvarna, when it is coming to the Dushvisha, already importance of Suvarna is given for increasing Oja, as it is Madhurasa, Oja Vardhana, Jamniya and Bruhana. So it is the best if you are using Suvarna. Only thing is that there the reference of Suvarna is directly used like Suvarna Churna in Shana Matra, but here in practice we are using Suvarna with Nirvisha, like sorry, Bhasma, like Shodhita Avastha of Suvarna we are using as the condition is away from Vishaktada after that. Shirisha and Aparajita. So Aparajita in Vaishya Ratnavali, as per Dhatu, we can use Aparajita with various conditions or like various combinations. So Aparajita with Haritaki, Aparajita with Guduchi, Aparajita with other Ekmulik or 2 and 3 combinations we can apply it in Dhatugata condition, Dhatu wise symptoms. So if we go with the Shushrutat's line of presentations, like various Dhatugata Visha conditions or presentation, we may apply Aparajita in that conditions also. Shirisha, Vishagnu Shirishanam. So in Vishakta condition as per Charaka Agrayas in 25th Adhyay, best is Shirisha. So Shirisha already all Panchangas you can use in different form, or you can prepare Shirisha Agada, or you can use Shirisha Arishtam in allergic manifestation as well as GI disturbances. Along with that, you can use Bilvadi Agada, Dashanga Agada as per the Kitavishas or Dushvishas or Garvishas. So Patul Muladi I am already we discussed. When it is coming with the Gruta, Gruta is the important part as Shamnang and Shodnang Sneha. In Visha, already maximum time Shodhana is indicated, but they are not like classical Shodhanas. So where we can give immediate Snehapana and second day we can do it Shodhana, or we can start treatment with the Ataik Chikisa, and after getting relief from the that Ataik condition, we may start the Snehapana, and then we can do proper classical Vaman Virechana. And apart from that, we can use this Grutas specifically for Nitya Shamnang Snehapana. So 10 ml of Grutapana is best because it take care of Vata as well as other conditions of Vishas, Vishagunas. So Dashaguna Visha is not present after that. So that time Kalyana Gulas or Tekta Grutas are taking care of that. So apart from that, Panchavalakadi Taila, Durvadi Taila, Eladi Taila, it is already discussed in Sahasra Yoga. Actually, it is a part of Sahasra Yoga, and they are used in various kind of Visarpas or oozing conditions or Varna Prasadana, etc. Manibhadra Churnam, actually it is not a Churna yoga, it is a Manibhadra Gulam, which is explained in Kushtadhikara. If you take away the Guda and whatever the remaining the Churna means herbs are there, we can make the powder combination and it is used. It is mainly Krumihara because Vidanga is the main ingredient of this, and that's why in children's it is very useful, and in conditions like Dadru and etc. Sorry. The Dadru, etc., Manibhadra Gulam works very nicely. So fungal infection, Manibhadra Gulam, definitely we can give Manibhadra Gulam along with the combination of Aragvat Kapilabhati and other adjuvants also. Sarveshu Sarvasashiv Visheshu Cha Grutopamam Vidyati Beshajam Kinchit Visheshat Prabalyani. So in all conditions, on all avastha of Visha, Grutapan is important, especially as in Sushruta said, for Hrudayavarna, Gruta is important. So whatever the Vishagna Dravyas are there, with that you can prepare Gruta, or with the Agadas you can mix with the Gruta and you can use it as a Hrudayavarna. And that is the best medicines if Gruta is applied for that. Along with that, when there is a cope of Vata, because Vata is the Sanchari, so to control that, Gruta is mainly indicated in Vishakna research. So whenever patients are coming for us in the clinical OPDs and etc., after 1 week of proper treatment and condition resolves, we can start with any kind of Grutas, especially Tikta Kalyanak and Mahatikta Grutas, which are Rasayan property. We can give it to the patient to maintain the status or to enhance the Bala or Vyadik Shamata or Oj of that patients. Vishay pra visrute vidyat shirasa param kriyan rakte nihiryam ani ye krusnam nihiryat visham. So as we know, visham hi deham sampraptam prag dushiti shunitam, or Charakacharya says that vishadhanam iti vishasya prasarakam. So rakta is a vishadhanam. So because of rakta only, Visha can able to spread throughout the body, and it is the main culprit in the condition of Visha. So as soon as you know about that, immediately you can do either Shira Vidal, or you can apply Alabu or Jalakauchanana, etc. things. So in Siraveda, is classical Siraveda we seen in Nirvisha OPD with the Dr. Mesh sir. So he used to do classical, not with the needles and etc. He used to use the scalp blade and hit it on the prominent Shira. That is the Utklishta Avastha, like how we are saying in Shodhana for Vamana and Virechana. So same way in Rakta Utklishta Avastha is there. There no need to do any other condition. Simple Svedana, and after application of suitable oil, and you can do the Siravedana, and that is the best results. Unfortunately, I am not having videos now, but that is very good Siraveda practice we fortunate to see under Dr. Mesa. So these are the clinical uses of various agadas and adjoining kashayas and etc. things. But still, these two things are there where we are not practicing more. Even a lot of physicians personally practice this in various areas of country, but still it is not that much popularized as the other agadas, like Champakati Agada, Human Agada, which is in Mandali Visha explained. They are practiced by some Pune Vaidyas very nicely in various conditions like thrombocytopenias and other kind of allergic manifestation, but still it is not that much popularized. Same, it is a Charakacharya's Vishagna Mahakashaya. Those single medicines like Haridras, Manjishtas, or Chandana, or Shirisha, or Nirgundi, Shleshmantaka, etc., we are using as a alone or in the combination of other agadas, but as a Vishagna Mahakashaya, we are not prepared, or we are not that much practicing. This is the area of interest where we can really need to work out properly. Again, specifically when come with the Shushrutaracharya, he mentioned one Gana, that is Trapwadi Gana, which is specifically indicated for Garavisha. Other all Shodhnadi Gana and other Ganas are there, which are Vishagna and useful in various conditions. But specific Garavisha and Kurmihara, this combination is Trapwadi Gana, where all bhasmas are used. No single minerals, other herbs are used. Only and only bhasmas, metals are used there. And that is also one interesting topic, how we can use or what combination of that bhasma we can prepare for our practice. Same way, Exara Yoga explained in Shushrutarya that 11 drugs individually you can give single or in the combination of 1, 2, 3 or 11 together. And that is Vishapaha, all Sarvakarmikas. In all Visha, we can use this Exara Yoga. So, Somaraji, which is Bakuchi, generally we are using in Shvitra type of cases, etc. But in combination, yeah, we are not doing this practice. So Vishagna Gana and Sumra, like Exara Gana of Shushrutas, are really good to practice it. Coming to the Vishamukta Lakshanas. So when we are practicing, how we can always, it is not possible to send the patient to the lab and etc. So here, Shushrutarya, as the Swastha definition he is given, same way Vishamukta Lakshana, similar kind of that, but important some words are there. Prasanna dosha prakrutistha dhatum annapikamsham samutrajivam prasanna varna indriyam chitta cheshtam vaidyo avachheda visham manusham. So you can easily, the patient itself can give the results. So I explained in the first slide, only 4.5 years old, that boy. So even there is no need to come feedback from the patient also. By looking itself, we can see the oja teja on the face of that person's, and that prasanna varna indriya chitta chesta. The chitta chesta is important because it is a jannat vacha, kaya vacha chitta vishatta. So in that, all things are reduced after treatment of agadas and various other prayogas. So what general chikitsa upkrama we can apply along with agadas? So ubhay shodhana. Shodhana is the must, because without shodhana, if we are doing the treatment, the visha will not be excreted completely out of the body, and it will become lena and it will be converted into dushi visha. And there is then again confusion with Garvisha, Dushivisha and problems started. So Ubhay Shodhana, that it must with the other Tamrchurna or any other methodologies like Mamana Virajana with Alabu or Kashayas or Nilini Phala Virajana Yogas or etc. So Ubhay Shuddhi as per the necessity, in the Garvisha different way, Dushivisha different way, etc. As per classic we have to do. After that, there is two methods. One is Hruday Shuddhi and one is Hrudaya Avrana. So Hruday Shuddhi is done by either with the Tamrachurna, etc. things. Hrudaya Avrana already explained with the Ghruta and with the two. One is medicinal and one is with the good friends and etc. So one with the vibes and one with the Aushadhi Prayoga. So in that, Ajay Ghruta, Amruta Ghruta, Dushvishare Agada, etc. we can use for Hrudaya Avrana. And after that and during that, we can use various agadas for mananasya, anjanasya, kalepa, or as a samana aushadhi, etc. Like I explained about the murvadis and dushvisharan, etc. Rasayana, and it is the end point or last point of that treatment when we are completely out of danger and routine shamana aushadhi along with agadapana is also over, and patient is fit and we need to maintain his health, or there is no chances of recurrent attack, because maximum time it is failed when we want to challenge the case, and if it is not reverting back with the symptoms and etc., that time we can use Rasayan to maintain that condition or to enhance that conditions also. Here generally Rasayana is Suvarna yogas they are saying, but Rasayana can we use as a Dushvishari Agada? Shrutarya says yes, Payat Agadam Nityam Imam. So as a Rasayana purpose, Dushvishari Agada also we can use it for daily purpose. So how this Agadas works? So generally we says, yeah, this Bilwadi Agada is given in this condition, or various other Agadas are etc. in giving this condition. But what are the rationale behind it? So we can able to find out with the various Rasapanchakas and their Karmuktas, Guna Karmas and Virya Vipakas and etc. But still the main important thing is Prabhava. So though all Agadas are having this Pachagna, Shofagna, Joragna, Varna, Ropana, Dipana, Krupigna, Shulagna, Dahara, Kaswasara properties are there, but after all of these, they are working on the same principle, that is they are Vishagna. They are specific because when they are given in specific combination with the proper proportion, then they act as differently. Because as we seen right now, various agadas, nirvisha agadas, they are routinely used in various other conditions also, like in Kaya Chikitsadhikar or in Shamana Aushadhidan, etc. We are using various time. Even simple Shirisha also we are using various time. But when it is coming with the Visha or Visha condition, it is called as the Prabhava. So Prabhava is the most important, and that's why we have to just listen the classics or aptas, and we have to go ahead with the Phalashrutis. So you can challenge for Phalashrutis. Whatever the Phalashrutis are explained in each and every agadas, you can analyze with the hetus or patient examinations. And if you are finding that if patient is not telling also, you can go ahead with that agada preparations or agada application. When it comes with the modern part of view, though they are lacking in this because our terms are far behind that, but I'm just trying to give you a small vision with the modern aspect. So already our all agadas, whatever the ingredients are there, they are proven that they are best in various animal as well as other research protocols also. They are anti-inflammatory, GI, hemorrhagic effects like bronchodilators or antihistaminic effects, antiviral, antimicrobial, antifungal, and antioxidant properties or bacterial properties or immunomodulatory or various protectives like hepatoprotective, nephroprotective, or enhancing or to reduce or to maintain the coagulation factors or stimulate the what do you say detoxifying procedures or neutralizing the toxic metabolites and etc. So these all ingredients are shown proper results or various good results in various examinations or various practices. So Shrishrutaracharya says at the end in the 8th chapter of Kalpasthana, Savisham Nirvisham Chaita Chaitadideva Parishankite Vishagnam eva Kartavyam Avaradhi Yadaushadam Agdanam hi Sanyogo Vishajushtasya Uchate. So Agdanam hi Sanyogo Vishajushtasya Uchate. As I explained while starting only, when we are using Agada preparations, that is only and only used for Visha conditions only. Apart from that, if the person or Vaidya or the person is having any doubts about that, he can use Vishagna Aushadhi, which is not harmful or problematic for the tissues or with the dhatus, then he may use that one. So we have to confirm first with the hetus, we have to confirm with the patients, we have to check it out with the history taking, and then only we can come to the conclusion. It will be easy for us to decide the agadas, and it will be very easy then to decide the dose also, because depending upon the acuteness, subacuteness, and chronicity, we can decide the duration as well as the matra and kalavadi of the treatment and other plans also, like Shodhnadi plans also. Okay. So agadas can be used definitely with the general practices with the proper knowledge. Under the guidance of the expertise and under the proper visions, we can apply it in various conditions. So starting from the Ajirna Jwara like condition, we can go up to the Shapet Shukram like condition, or before Mrityu also we can take it out. Like yesterday we seen Jivaraksha Gulika, Tarun Bhaskar Gulika, Trapadi Yoga, and etc. So the person who is Maranasana, we can able to recover them from that condition. So depending upon the various agadas, and they are not much. So 3-4 agadas yesterday sir explained in the Vishakt condition, and today we are seeing, even Master also yesterday told in clinical practices, various Nirvisha agadas which are practically applicable, and these are easily prepared in the homes. So there is no need for going for the pharmacies also, but almost this Bilwadi, Dushvishari and Dashang Agada is available in market with the various Kerala companies and pharmacies. Murwadi Agada is not that much available, but yes, the ingredients easily available we can prepare. And other ingredients are like controversial in the case of Ajay Grutad and etc. So that we have to take the experts' opinions from Draveguna and Rashastra, and then we can go ahead with that. Okay. Savish Agadas, yes, we can judicially use Savish Agadas. It is mainly used in acute condition in a typical type of Jangam, Kita and etc. Visha conditions when patient is having direct evidence or giving the history, proper history about that manifestation. Then only we can use Savish Agada. Yes, critical understanding of Agadas is need of our. As when we are entered in clinics, maximum time I seen before joining PG, I never came across with this Dushivisha, Garvisha and etc. while taking history of the patients. Only maximum we are giving importance for the Viruddhanas, and that too again with the different varieties of agendas and etc. Not going in detail about that in the Mata Shityadayas or etc. So this is the time we have to understand critical the basic concepts of Agadas and where is the Visha condition and how we can differentiate Dushivisha, Garavisha, or in combine we can apply this type of Agadas in various clinical manifestations or conditions. So I will take this opportunity because whatever I present here, this is less in my clinical practice, but I observed many years from my gurus, various gurus during my post-graduations and my Kerala postings. So it is a Mahesh sir who motivated us to practice Agadas and definitely apply in our day-to-day practice also, and to encourage us also how we can see with the Agada point of view each and every case. Prabhakaran sir in Parsinikodu Vishachikitsa Kendra, he helped us a lot with the long discussions regarding the various kind of formulation from Prayog Samuchaya and etc. Samta Tomar madam, thank you for all phone telephonic conversations, Sandeep sir and Sharnish sir and Manish sir, for their always support and guidance regarding definitely different type of like Sharnish sir given the Eri Taila references and Shofu and their preparations, how to apply that and how Shofu Chikitsa we can treat it with on OPD basis with the Eri Taila and this type of preparation. So I'm thankful to all my gurus who I'm fortunate enough to get their blessings, and that's why I'm able to practice this kind of Agada practice in my day-to-day life. Thank you, Mandana.
Thank you, sir. Thank you